I've seen a lot of women posting content online, Snapchat, Instagram, and whatever, with a Bible verse in the caption. But the picture is all about the body, or how we look, or what we're wearing. And at times I've seen cleavage, I've seen midriffs, I've seen thighs in gym fits, seductive stares, and then just planting a seed for Jesus in the quotation marks, right? I think we really need to ask ourselves, is it really the seed in the gospel being planted? Or is it the seed of self-promotion? Look, I'm not trying to shame anyone, but I'm calling for discernment. Because when we post spiritual content on platforms that are driven by gossip, like Snapchat, or vanity and sexual content, we have to stop and ask, is this really good soil for the seed? Look, I'm not trying to shame anyone, but I'm calling for discernment. Because when we post spiritual content on platforms that are driven by gossip, vanity, and sexual content, we have to stop and ask, is this really good soil for the seed? Yes, I know we're called to be light and shine light in the dark places, but there's a difference between preaching the gospel and posting selfies, hoping someone sees Jesus in the caption. Matthew 7:6 says, "Do not give dogs what is holy. Do not throw your pearls before pigs, lest they trample them and turn to attack you." Where there's wisdom where we're supposed to walk in. Not everything that feels good or well-intentioned is spiritually wise. Now, I get it. People will say, that's just your conviction. But some things go beyond that, beyond personal conviction. This is about biblical discernment. And the Bible doesn't say just post anywhere. It calls us to be wise, to walk in holiness, and to avoid fellowship with darkness. When a platform is overwhelmingly used to promote things that contradict the character of Christ, we have to be cautious, not careless. James 4:4 says, "Friendship with the world is enmity with God." And when it comes to modesty, yes, it absolutely matters. Titus 2:10 talks about how our behavior should adorn God. 1 Peter 3 verses 3 and 4 says that our beauty shouldn't come from outward adornment, but from the gentle and quiet spirit, which is precious in God's sight. We can't disconnect how we present ourselves from the message we claim to carry. Your outfit, your pose, your platform, it all preaches something. And so if I'm dressing like the world, posting like the world, and drawing attention like the world, what sets me apart? Because it's not just about planting seeds, it's about representing Christ in purity, in humility, and truth. And I'm not saying your intentions are wrong. What I'm saying is that intentions don't excuse confusion. Sometimes what we think is ministry is actually a mixed message, and that's dangerous. And so as women who claim to follow Christ, our witness should be clear, set apart, and unashamed. Hebrews 10:24 says, "Let us consider how to stir up one another to love and to good works." That means we lovingly challenge each other, not just to say, do what feels right or follow your heart. That mindset is what led Israel to idolatry. We have to be different. The world doesn't need more filters and flirtation. It needs women who live boldly for Jesus, online and offline. And so I'll ask it again. Are you planting truth on good soil, or just hoping your selfie will speak for Christ?